Hello, pilots. Been getting a lot of great questions about strategies for organizing your data, your imagery that you're getting from your drone. So I thought I'd give you a quick walkthrough here of how I organize my flights. So I'm on my external drive here. I've got a folder that I created called Drone Flights. Inside that folder, what I do is I keep my folder, I name my folders based on the projects, based on the aircraft, and based on the date. And I'll show you what they look like inside here in just a moment. But if you take a look at this one here, it says Casvis is the site, so the Casvis farm. I flew the Skydio 2 and I flew it on the 22nd. Got the date here in year, month, day, so that it'll sort by date. If I put more flights in here with more months and days, it'll sort by date. So if we go inside the Skydio folder here and take a look at what I've done, I've organized the different flights. I flew a couple of different sites at the Cassis farm with the Skydio. So and I flew this one called Strawberry Year 1, and then I flew another site called Strawberry Year 2, and they both have the same convention. The project, Cassis, the site, Strawberry Year 1, the Skydio 2 aircraft, and then year, month, day again. If I go inside that folder, you'll see that have put together a couple folders here, logs and raw. The raw folder is the one that I dump all of my imagery in that the drone captured. So that's all of the raw imagery that we'll use to build our raster image. And then I also create a logs folder. And inside that logs folder is all of the flight logs from the drone. I just like to hang on to those just in case I need those in the future for repeated missions. So that's all there. And then that folder structure is also mirrored across all the different flights. So if I were to go to the Skydio 2, look at year 2, same structure there. Okay. There's another type of aircraft that I used also that I'd like to show you, which is the DJI M300. It's a bigger drone, and I'll be working my way around to some of the sites to do flights with you. It has the capability to carry two sensors, a multispectral sensor and a red, green, blue sensor. So I'm gonna use a slightly expanded naming here to keep track of that. So you can see here I've got the M300 aircraft, and then I've got the sensor that I use, which is the Altum multispectral sensor. I flew Strawberry Year 1 and Strawberry Year 2 sites, and then I put the date here, year, month, day. Then I have the RGB. The M300 had another camera on it also called the P1. The P1 camera is an RGB sensor, so Strawberry Year 1, same naming structure as the multispectral, and then year 2 here. Okay. If we go inside, the RGB ones look the same with with RAWs and logs, and the RAWs look similar to the same structure that you would see for the Skydio. But I did want to show you the multispectral folder, and I've done a couple of things here with the multispectral data. The multispectral data comes in separate bands. So instead of being a compressed image consisting of red, green, and blue, this is actually a 6-band image set. And so you'll see here image 98, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's a 6th image, thermal. We'll take a look at it in a moment. But these 5 images are all images of the same thing, but in different reflected bands of light. And so we can use that to build what we call a multispectral image or a multispectral raster. Drone Deploy won't process the thermal imagery, so we're going to push the thermal imagery to its own folder. So if we go inside, I've created a thermal folder here, or a folder called thermal. And then inside of it, you can see that there's image 98_6. This 6th image is the thermal band. And so what I've done here is I've put all of the thermal imagery in its own folder. If I go back to RAW, you'll see now you'll see that I have, if I switch the view here, we've got 5 of 98, 5 of image 99, and so on. If there's another folder in here called the calibration folder I want to look at, in the calibration folder, this is actually the calibration tile that we use to calibrate the imagery. to the particular light settings that we were flying at. And this is something that we'll use in different software, but we'll just hang on to those calibration imagery, and I put it into a folder called calibration. So that is the general idea. That's just replicated across all of the drone aircraft that I fly and the different types of sensors that I fly. And it makes it so that I can come back to this in a couple of years, when I've trying to remind myself what I flew and what I flew and where I flew, and keep track of all of that. So coming up with a naming structure can be incredibly useful, and having that embedded structure of your folders being consistent across different flights can make your life a lot easier when trying to find and process all of this imagery. So more coming soon. Stay tuned. Keep those questions coming. Okay, thanks. Bye.